What's up, people? All right, we're live. I'm learning this whole new layout for YouTube Studio Beta. This is way different than what I'm used to, especially when it comes to setting up the because the way it lays itself out when you're trying to go live. Now, this going live randomly versus going live with a scheduled stream is way different. I dig it though. It's unique, but at the same time, it's cool. So how's everyone doing? Simply Deep. What's up, man? I'm all right. I'm recovering still slightly from my week at Hawaii Con last week. Other than that, I'm good. I have a lot of content to work on, and I've got another interview laid up for later on today. I'm interviewing Kira Buckland from Near Automata, and also she voices Falk from Street Fighter 5. As well as she's also whatchamacallit, she's also Kyoko in Street what's the name of the game? Oh god, I can't even think of the name of the game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. River City Girls. I don't know why I'm so tired. Oddly I am. So so weird. Anyways, what is everybody up to today? Hopefully y'all are having a great day. We're gonna have a good stream. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And yeah, we're gonna stream some Link's Awakening. I think I'm close to beating this game. I want to say I'm close to beating it. I think I'm very close to beating it. I'm literally trying to put out tweets and whatnot, letting people know I'm live. So you're off today, you chilling? That's what's up. Oh, I'm utilizing a new controller. This is from EDP. It's a really good controller. I really enjoy it. It's one of the controllers. It's got hot swappable programmable buttons on the back, kind of like a pro controller, and I really dig it. I think this is probably the best controller I've used for the Nintendo Switch, so I'm happy with it. But let's go ahead and get into the game. I know this is what y'all are here for. So something I was working on earlier, I've been playing some Alliance Alive. That game's coming out on, I believe, the 10th. So this is super dope. I'm also working on Disgaea 4 Plus, Disgaea 4 Complete Plus. So excited for that. But let's get on into this Link's Awakening. Yo, what's up, Chris? You know, what's funny is actually I tried to do a lot of gaming while I was in I was on Kona on Big Island, and because there's so much to do, I just never got around to gaming the way I wanted to. You go work in a few hours. Oh, you got the new AirPods with the wireless charging capability, right? Yeah, the only I haven't really been using any headphones lately. It's kind of crazy though. It's like since ever since I quit my job, um, the main thing that I've been using, if I use anything at all, have just been like the earpods that come with my my Note 10. Yo, I have to say, I don't know if you guys saw the Microsoft announcement today, but that new Surface Duo phone, oh my god, that thing, beautiful looking. It's kind of got me at a point where I'm like, Microsoft might be onto something. Yeah, so basically today, Microsoft announced they've got a couple things going on. Like they've got oh, I can go and get that heart. No, I can't. Yeah, they announced a couple things today with they've got a new Surface laptop, which there was a Surface Laptop 3. Yeah, so they've got the Surface Laptop 3, which now comes in either aluminum or you can get it with that belt type stuff, Alcantara, and what else is there? There's a 13 and 15-inch variant, which it seems like those two are on par with competing with the they're competing with the MacBook Pro with touch bar capability. So there's definitely a major upgrade with that. There's also the Surface Pro 7, which is kind of like a spec bump. It's not too huge of a jump as far as performance and quality. I think the main thing that I was looking at that really caught my eye is honestly probably that that the Surface Pro X, which they made that. Yo, what's up, HLO? The Surface Pro X is pretty much Microsoft's answer to their answer to the iPad Pro, and it's a major upgrade in my opinion. Like, I would totally, like, if I was looking for a tablet that had power performance and I didn't want, like, I wanted good battery life without, you know, making a sacrifice of performance, I'd probably get that. But for me, I'm good with it. Oh, snap. Merps8, thank you for the subscribe. I just got hit with the Shungok Sots. Oh, what's up, Fabian? So you about to leave Olive Garden, but I'll be in the chat when I get home. Yo, man, don't tell me nothing about no damn Olive Garden, Fabian. We don't even have that out here in Hawaii. The closest thing we got to Olive Garden is oh, she's editing. I can't ask her. I think the closest thing we got to Olive Garden out here is Cheesecake Factory. That's the closest thing we got. Simply Deep. Am I right about the name having part? I mean, I don't see a point in having shame about it, about anything, but you know. So you love Olive Garden, but I pay for it later. But good nonetheless. Yeah, I remember when I was living in whatchamacallit, Seattle, Washington, dude. My ex at the time, my ex-fiance, she used to work there. Man, we were eating good. We were eating good nightly. But here's the thing. I was 170 something pounds and I gained like 30 pounds in like a month and a half just from eating nothing but Olive Garden every night. He said, damn, it sucks. How is there no Olive Garden in Hawaii? Dude, I don't even know how there's not. There's always been talk of bringing one out here, but they've never brought one to Hawaii. And I think it's a damn shame. We only now got like a Sonic's about 2 or 3 years ago. We just got Jersey Mike's about 2 years ago. And we just got Biology 2 years ago as well. Like, there's a lot of things that are in the mainland that we just don't have in Hawaii. Hey Fabian, you beat this, didn't you? You beat it already? Man, I can't believe like my birthday is in like 4 days. Crazy. No, I don't have a problem with the claw game. I haven't even to be honest, I haven't even played this game since honestly since the last stream. Like every time I tried to play it when I was in Big Island, like I was just too tired because literally our days would start at 6 in the usually 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and then we didn't get home, you know, between all the panels, the events, and all the different engagements. We didn't get home, or not home. We didn't get back to the hotel room until after like 12 a.m. sometimes 2 a.m. and then just back to back to back to back to back doing that just literally it literally was wearing me out. Sprite Mix, you got the new job, dude. Congratulations. Told you, man. Ain't nothing but a thing, homie. Huh. Legally Split, what's up? He said I'd make a joke, but I like Link too much. You can make whatever joke you want. Alright. It's not Link, it's Lonk. Okay. All right. I don't understand what this puzzle is. Yeah, I don't get this puzzle. You know, that was what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure that's really what I need to do. Only thing is, these don't move. Unless they gotta be in a square. Yeah, I mean, I kind of lucked out on doing that. But this I don't get. I don't get that at all. Possibly it's gotta be possibly something that I'm gonna get in the game later on. Yeah, the shovel didn't do anything though. So how's everyone doing today? What's everybody up to? Sprite makes you got the job. You excited, man? Oh, I'm good. I'm just recovering from I'm still recovering from Hawaii Con. Hawaii Con was dope. You know, got to yes. No, what happened to the Mario and Luigi devs? We got outrage culture or something? Did something happen? I think I'm gonna get the I think this dungeon might give me the hook shot. Yeah, but I need the hook shot over there. That's unfortunate. Not something you'd expect from like a Nintendo company. Oh. I wasn't sure who the devs were. Alpha Dream is the third party. I haven't played the Mario Luigi games. That's something I know Lehua plays those. I haven't played them. So man, how does it feel with the new job, man? Yep, I need that hook shot. Hey man, it's a blessing. And just be happy. Oh man, the thing is, you gotta understand. So much is a you know, that's it's a stepping stone. You know, there's a lot of jobs, and I should preface this because I've said this before and it's pissed people off. Although I don't really give a fuck if I piss people off. There are certain jobs that after a certain age, people should not be working. In my opinion. I think you get to a certain point, you should be making certain salary versus, you know, but that's my opinion. Some jobs are good for certain times and certain ages. I think a lot of jobs are good for people that are, you know, high school kids. But a lot of it can be hard because of where people are staying, but at the same time, like I've never been a component or supporter of the idea of a person can't do certain things because of where they live. It's like that's just never been something that jive with. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't subscribe to that. What? What headset? Oh, that's probably because I'm turning to the side occasionally. I mean, is he gonna give me what was in the damn thing? No, he's not. Some bullshit. Need to be sorry. Yeah, like the whole thing, whole thing with the food industry. I see it constantly. I see it also with retail. I see a lot of people that they never advanced. You know, they never. You know, they, especially out here, there's a lot of people that stay in retail or they stay in fast food industry. These are people that are in their 30s, 40s, some people in their 50s, and it's like, at what point do you want to have more out of life? You know, I think the problem, one of the big problems I see is you have people that think that, you know, they can just work certain jobs for the rest of their life, and they're expecting that job to be the be all end all. And it's like, if, you know, I use this analogy. If in life you grow, why then would you expect a job? Why then would you expect not to, you know, advance your career, your job? And it's just one of those things, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand why people, some, not all, think that, you know, they don't need to seek higher paying employment. They don't need to do, you know, go after things that might be more lucrative down the road. It's a very lazy, uninitiated type of mentality, in my opinion. I mean, the only way you can grow is you're gonna have to step out of your box. And it's like I told you last night, man. People don't fear failing so much as they fear having to deal with complete and utter change. That terrifies people. And some people would rather not try than to do something that's going to possibly change their life for the better. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud that you took the initiative. A lot of people won't. And it's sad. I think you see people, you know, and I see this all the time where people get upset. They're upset that, you know, things, they say, oh, this costs so much. This is, you know, this is too expensive. This is that. And then they look at the fact that they don't try to make, you know, more money or get a better skill set. Just you know, me personally, I don't get it. If you want better, then go after better. My man, good to see you back. We're talking about you know, taking chances and the payoffs of getting outside your comfort zone. No. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things. Like I was okay. If you say take no chances to get minimum payoff. I mean, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't understand why so many people, they think that, you know, not taking any chances or just trying to maintain the quote unquote status quo is how they're going to get effective change in life. And it's like, you're not. You got to do, you want better. You've got to do better. You want different? Do different. And if you never challenge yourself in life, you know, you'll never get anywhere. And it's like, you know, going back to something you said, Fabian, you know, whether you succeed or fail, like, hell, you're right either way. No, but it's true. Like if you want that, you got to go after it. You know, one of the things I was saying earlier, that I feel that people aren't really, I don't feel like people are afraid of succeeding. I mean, I don't feel like people are afraid of failing so much as they are afraid of succeeding and having to deal with change. Because it seems like the biggest thing with people is having to deal with things changing and not being the same. It terrifies people. You mean like, when am I gonna play it? I haven't really looked into streaming it. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure when I plan to stream Dragon Quest 11, if at all. Honestly, I've got so much that I have to review that I don't even know if that's even in the cards, to be honest. And where have I not been? You said we're wired to stay into the safe zone, so you gotta work to break out of that. You really do. I got there's another job offer paying me what I was making previously at my old job. The only thing about it though is it's a the contract is for how many years is it again? I think it's for so it's a contract for 4 years. It's 80K. It's a 4-year contract. And the problem with that, in my opinion, personally, is one, I want to lock that son of a bitch. Oh, I can't do it. my problem with that, one, I don't necessarily want to go back into, what I was already dealing with. Like I'm at a point now where it's like, no, this is my career. Then there's also the aspect of it where, because it's a 4-year contract, I would be stuck, unable to get any type of raise. So whatever I go in with, or I'm offered going in, is what I'm gonna have until the 4 years are up. No negotiation for a raise, or anything like that. And honestly, when I was working at Hawaii Pacific Health as an analyst, the amount of money that I was being paid 30 to 40,000 lower than the national average. Hawaii tends to do that when it comes to IT jobs, and because of that, I've really got this disdain for even wanting to consider going back into IT. I don't know where that leads. Yeah, and it's like, there's nothing in me that has any iota of a desire to go back into another situation where I've got to deal with a contract. And I went on Glassdoor.com and I saw so many people that work for Hawaii Pacific Health. They were just absolutely shitting all over the company. And I don't, a lot of the things, sometimes we think, when we're going through situations that it's just us, like, it's unique to us. Nobody else is experiencing what we're experiencing. Sometimes it can make us feel like we're crazy. But then, for me to see, I wasn't the only one, wasn't the only one feeling that way. A lot of people were, a lot of the things I was saying, people were saying that they were feeling, like trapped. People saying that they were being bullied at the job, that, when you decide you want to quit the job, they try to, do all kinds of things to make you stay. Like, that shit's real, and that's something that, that's shit that I was going through for years. And it's like one of those things where, like, if you're not, especially that company, if you're not part of the I like you club, like, there are some individuals that are favored at company. And if you're not one of them, you're not certain golden people, or golden boys, or golden girls, you're not gonna get anywhere. It's just one of those situations where, you know, I love what I did, but I hated the people I worked with. You know, working with that director or call center who didn't know her ass from a hole in it. It was too much. What kind of work do you do, Steven? If you don't mind my asking. You do accounting from home? When you say, you know, and I agree with you, man, being able to work from home, you know, be around your family and make a living that's really the ultimate goal for me, you know, be it YouTube, podcasting, or whatever. That's ultimately what I'm going after. You know, I'm just barely seeing my wife, family thing, just because I'm at a job 16, you know, anywhere from 10 to 16 hours a day. It's not for me. Dude, I'm right there with you, Fabian. I can never go back to you know, not being home. I've had some people tell me like, oh, you know, that's lazy, this and this. You know, you need to get a real job and suck it up and this and that. And it's like, if you haven't worked from home or been in a position where you barely see, you know, your significant other, I'm like, don't talk to me. Yeah, like for real. People need to go and do them. Oh, you're right though. If you can do all that and not rely on the government, then that's really good. A lot of people I know, they rely upon welfare, you know, and don't even try. You know, I get to see this woman every single day, and I get to annoy the hell out of her. Although sometimes it's the other way around. I think the only adjustment for me so far that's been major is the not I mean, obviously starting out making, you know, doing YouTube, I'm not making what I was, you know, when I was an analyst. But it's still the idea that, you know, I'm able to make changes, I'm able to go places, I'm able to do things, or just open by itself, you know, it's creepy. So I got 3 more dungeons. Oh, Fabian, I'll say this. I think I somewhat figured out how to do the YouTube live from the schedule thing, because yo, I swear when I first ran this live, I started the stream on OBS and then I was just talking and talking and talking, and then I looked at it, I was waiting for it to start on the other end. It's like, oh crap, it didn't start. And so then I had to hit start on it. I was like, oh, okay. No, dude, for real, it is incredibly confusing at first. But, you know, back to what you were saying before about how it allows people to, you know, be able to see and know what, you know, when you're going to go live. That is very, very imperative. Well, Steven, in my case, I still have student loan debts from when I went to college, and when I think back on it, it's like, if I knew then what I know now, I never would have went to college. And the main reason I went to college, well, actually, I take that back. I don't know if I can say I never would have went to college, because it was good for me to get around and experience other people. Where it was not good was the dead aspect. But all in all, I wouldn't be trying to do what I was doing. The main reason for me going to college also was just getting away from where I was living. Well, but Steven, that's also part of the con. That's the con, man. They don't want you knowing that. The only good thing for me going to college was, getting to experience people outside of where I was from. Other than that, it was a complete waste of time for me. Like Fabian, the only thing I learned anything from was the marketing classes I took. That's it. I didn't learn anything. Doing English and all that didn't really teach me shit. Aside from there's so many rules within, it didn't help me, even though English isn't my first language. It didn't really help me. It was more one of those situations where I'm like, what is the point? But no, I've got student loan debt. That I'm not happy about having. And if I could go back and do it, I never would have, if I was gonna pay for it, it'd be out of pocket. That's why I was telling Lehua, like, when we have kids, if they want to go to school, then they can, but they're not going to school. We're not doing the whole loans and all the other shit. No, they're going. They've got to need a reason to go, and the college experience it's played out. Being completely honest, I do feel like college is, in essence, it's a Ponzi scheme if you're not going there to be a doctor. You know what I mean? Well, the only reason I say school is a scam is in the sense of, if you're not going there to be a doctor, or you're not going into a profession where you're required, to have a degree. Oh yeah, you just said the exact thing that I said. It also doesn't help with older generation thinking in college that some get rich quick deal. It's really not. It's really not a get rich quick thing, and I think a lot of people fail to see that it's not. You say you wouldn't. The whole public education system is a scam to indoctrinate the population. In that sense, I fully agree with you about that, because there's a lot when it comes to the education system that is done to keep certain people in a certain mentality enslaved. He said the legal system is a scam these days too, though. The U.S. has more people in jail per capita than anywhere else. They use it to make money. I can't argue with you about that either. There's a lot of truth to that. You said at the same time, everyone has the capacity to improve their own lives, but it's definitely hard for some. And you're right, you know, and that's one of the things. Like, I forget who I was talking to, but it's like no matter where you are, you have the capability of changing things in your life. You know, there are choices that people make. Now, there are decisions that people can make to improve different aspects of their life. You know, they can put themselves in better situations. And, you know, I see a lot of people that go around just defeated. And that's not to say that things don't play into people getting in certain situations, but you can always change. You know, if you keep doing the same thing and you expect a different result, that's fucking insanity. There's too many people that do the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. You said the public education system is there. People think for themselves, it's their greatest fear. I mean, and not only that, but you also got the fact that a lot of people are afraid, you know, of now I'm trying to keep my train of thought and solve these puzzles. I got me doing the most. I keep unequipping this thing too. Well, the other thing too, I okay, I agree with both of you, Fabian and Steven. I think the education system and teaching people the curriculum, reading, writing, mathematics, science, that's important. I think the other aspect of it, and I'm speaking on this as, you know, a parent, the thing that I find that a lot of people do too much of is they allow the school and the system, the government, to raise their children, and they don't take any accountability for their own kids and raising their own children. That is what I feel is the issue why we don't have a lot of functioning people, and we have people that are, of certain mindsets that do certain things. But when you have parents who are active in their children's education, their learning, their development, I think we are able to avoid a lot of the nonsense that we have. And too many people just shove smartphones and things and iPads in their kids' face and think that that's going to be what's going to distract them and just leave them alone. Like, some of my siblings do that. They don't want to deal with their kids. And I know people that I've worked with when I was at the hospital, women that had kids, and say, I hate my kids, but I love them at the same time. Like, well, why do you hate them? And they're like, oh, because I didn't want to have kids. And then my response to that was, well, shit, then you should have kept your legs closed. It's just, I think lack of accountability is a serious problem with a lot of people. Public education quality is debatable, but there are generally great teachers out there that are part of it. I mean, I know a lot of people that are great teachers, so I agree that there are, and it's a piece of the puzzle. They say it's the parents' job to give their kids a more moral foundation to know right from wrong, but no, use the public schools to babysit their kids while the mom works 10 hours a day. So yeah, that's just, well, yeah, I mean, for real though, that's literally just bad parenting. There's a lot of folks like that, sadly. I know way too many of them. I mean, yeah, it is good to have the nuclear family, but you got a lot of people that that don't have that opportunity. Like in my case, my dad was never around. He used to busy getting his dick wet with other women and raising other folks' kids. But that didn't stop me from understanding that I need to make better choices in life. It just took me longer to get there. I didn't have a male role model. Yeah. You know, I was raised by my mother, and to say that it was the best choice, maybe not the best choice, but at the same time, the one credit I give my mother is the fact that she was there. My dad wasn't, and he didn't even try. So I can't get mad at her for doing the best that she could. There's a lot of dudes that just don't, it ain't worth shit. My dad's one of them. But I mean, again, that comes down to you cannot rely on the public education system. Like me, I only went to public school up until the third grade, and then starting with the fourth grade onward, my mother put me in homeschool. Now, in many ways, I'm a lot better off for being homeschooled. Um, but at the same time, I'm worse off because my social skills weren't that great, which I developed later on down the road. But the positive is I got that one-to-one relationship with my mother. So that was the great part of it. I do think homeschooling is good. Like when Lehu and we have kids, I've already told her like I don't want to do public schools personally. I know some schools out here in Hawaii have that, Fabian. I know there are many in California that do that too. Um, some in New York that are also like that, but yeah, it's not the norm. But I do have a concern that that is going to slowly become the norm over time. I know, like when I was with my ex-wife, her daughter, one of the schools actually was trying. They were doing that out here. Am I going in a circle? Okay, this dungeon right now got me hella confused. Well, and Fabian, you and I are a lot alike too in that aspect. My thing is, you know, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care. No, where's that bracelet at? Is it in this dungeon? I feel like I'm running in circles, honestly. Yeah, as far as like, people being gay, straight, bi, man, I don't care. Like, you sleep with who you want to sleep with. I ain't concerned because I ain't getting none of that. Um, but, some people. Where is this bracelet at? Like, I'm so lost on where to go in here. This is a very confusing dungeon. But you know, a lot of people get caught up on that what's right, what's wrong. Man, as long as you're a good person, you don't hurt nobody. You know, and then the biggest thing for me is like, don't, whatever you into, don't push that shit on me and we A-okay. One in here. Yeah, man, because my thing is we don't come off an assembly line. So, you know, this whole concept that I mean, Steven, I get that. You know, I'm Catholic, but you're also, one of the rules is we ain't supposed to be judging people at all. We can't cast stones on other folks. So, you know, if people want to do, I mean, be it Marxism or not, my thing is, I really don't deal with things that don't directly affect me. And being caught up in things that are, you know, I just say it straight. If it's not my problem, it is what it is. I can understand, you know, people, you know, my thing is, it's not my place to judge folks. I mean, people shouldn't cheat on their wives, but the thing is, you can't control what a person's going to do. It's free will. And you can't have, it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction to, I'm trying to do this damn dungeon and trying to speak on some real shit. Okay, it's a contradiction for people to talk about free will all the time. And yet, when a person makes decisions based on the fact that they have free will, that they are judged and treated as if they have to be conformists. And here's my thing. As much as, you know, and I'm probably going to take this in a political direction too. You know, this is something that Lucas and I have talked about too. And it's like, people always like to talk about freedom of choice, right to choose, and all this other stuff. And it's like, you can't be a hypocrite about that. Yeah, but at the same time, you are. You kind of are, in a way, telling folks what they should and shouldn't do. You can give here's the thing, man. You can give advice to people, but you got to respect the fact that not everyone's going to think the way you think. Not everyone's going to feel the way you feel. And if they don't, it's okay. They have to live with their decisions, their choices. You know, I'm not concerned with what Joe Schmo outside or my neighbors are doing. As long as that shit ain't affecting me. The minute it affects me, okay, it does become a problem. But I can't go and try to tell them that they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to do this. Because everyone's going to make their own decision. We don't come off an assembly line. And and I understand Christian values and Catholic values and all that, but we don't. We simply do not come off of an assembly line. You know, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with biblical principles. It is good to have a foundation. But it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, if there are people who will accept it and there are people who won't, and if people won't, you have to be okay with that. I like, and just personally, I just don't get caught up. I don't get caught up in all that. I can finally do this dungeon. Yeah, I mean, we really are. But I mean, and that's the thing, like, and even in that, sometimes it's like you just gotta let folks do what they do. I ain't saying what folks do. Yeah, I mean, no matter what way you go with politics, especially the way it is now, man, like both sides are bad. But, you know, Stephen, I get your point, man. And I want you to understand, I do understand your point. But at the same time, it's like, we can't. Man, what the hell do I do with you? Actually, you got a good point. Yo, what the hell do I do in here anyway? Okay. That was not at all obvious. And I'm gonna say this. Support the stream by becoming a Patreon today. Oh God. I had to. Dude, I wish I could map the jump button. I mean the feather. No, I know that, but I'm saying like on like another button. I'd want to map to something else, like the one of the bumper buttons. He said, "Because I'm Catholic, you had to." No, motherfucker, you didn't have to. You chose to. You wanted to. But that was. I ain't mad at you. It is what it is, man. Like, again, I don't take shit. I don't take none of this shit seriously. I don't be fazed by stuff. I mean, no, I ain't fazed by nothing. Okay, these sons of bitches. You know my damn nerves. Did I just box myself into this room? Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me I glitched this game up. You know what? I'm part of the Church of Zelda. Let's put it that way. This is how we sell this religion talks here. We're the Church of Zelda. Church of the Church of the Triforce. God, these puzzles really get to me. It mainly because Church of Hylia, she's a oh man, I am insanely hungry. Yo, this having to go back, forth. Just to hit these damn switches. Getting rather annoying, I must say so. No, she's editing a video. Working on her Nino Kuni review. Oh, she can hear me. Hi. And it is muggy right now, even with AC. Yo, what's up, Dave? Do you love using 2D women? Hey, whatever way I can look at my Shiranui, I'm fine. It ain't like I've never smoked cigars. Well, I do have a fedora, I just don't have a cigar. Don't have a boss key. Listen, over here saying you hate a fedora. The hell a fedora ever do to you, Fabian? Yo, all right, so I'm interviewing Kira Buckland in like 2 hours. Are there any questions you guys have that you'd like me to ask Kira? She was 2B and near Automata. She was Falk in Street Fighter 5. Yoko in River City Girls. What else? Oh, damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, I am. I believe this Saturday. I'm glad you reminded me because I completely forgot. Kira, no, she's not. She's white girl. Oh, yeah, I haven't interviewed him. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Coach Redpill. That was a whole lot known I didn't agree with. I was like, yeah, you know, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Damn, the cam police showing up with the badges too. The problem with Redfield, I find, is that it seems more like a guide to get women to bed, not to be moral man. Well, yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's not his MO morality. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was trying to work on something. All right, this one doesn't. Um, I would say get the Note 10. I don't know if you use a stylus. Honestly, like for me, dude, I'm able to editing videos on the phone now, like with Power Director, have become insanely easy to do on the phone. That was not obvious, people. I don't know if you got to see the new Microsoft phone. That one looks good, but that's not for another year. Where else am I gonna get a key? Oh, then at that point, the Galaxy S10 Plus, I would say would be good for you. But I mean, I know that I would not suggest going with a Pixel. The 10 Plus, hands down, unless you want to go with an iPhone. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go with the iPhone, I personally would say like the new one's good, like with its capabilities with the camera and everything. I'm just not fully sold on. I'm not all that sold on it because I have the 10, but I know I got to see how good the camera is. It is a really, really good camera. And I'm completely confused as to where I need to go move forward. Where am I going? Key. Well, if that's the case, I mean, the iPhone, I mean, I know the iPhone would last you a long time. That much, I definitely. Yeah, and I don't know where to go to get it. Yeah, that's the way to the boss, unless it's. Gotta shoot that thing in the eye. Oh, that don't work. Oh, Fabian, you know, that dude that did that Fighting Rage video. Oh. I don't think I did. Yeah, the dude that did the Fighting Rage video. Like I was sitting there with like who I was this morning. I was like, this dude literally Scam, California. Literally every talking point of mine he used. Like, I'm the only person that talked about the beat 'em up versus mode in Double Dragon NES. That's the talking point of his. And then the lack of online, word for word, the way I said it. just, I don't understand why people do that. Like, like my thing is like, I don't understand it. Is it, I get some people, they won't review codes for games, but it's like, if you're gonna get these codes and do the work, and I don't understand this whole doing a 5-minute this whole 5-minute review stuff. Like, it's like, I really feel like if people are gonna review games, at least use your own damn footage. I really can't stand when people use trailer footage. It's almost like they're too damn lazy to get their own game footage. And that was one of the things that I was talking to one of the PR folks that I was interviewing yesterday that didn't record. It's like people who don't use their own footage and they just rip from other creators. Major pet peeve of mine. It really is. It's an incredibly cheap and lazy way to get views. And it's like zero effort. There's no effort when you're doing a 5-minute video. It's just, I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of heated that he keeps ripping off my content. What the? Oh. Oh, that's right. You're doing your 31 days of October. Dude, okay, so I think I need to do, like, I've got so much content. Ah, that's so true. Bruh, I don't understand why people would be stealing content like that. That's just so annoying. I've got so much content from HawaiiCon. I think this whole week is just gonna be me uploading different things from HawaiiCon. And then Saturday is, I'm dropping a review Saturday, first thing Saturday morning. But other than that, yeah, I'm thinking about dropping 2 podcasts a week now, just because I'm sitting on so many. Yeah, like that dude, you could tell that dude had just ripped stuff from YouTube. All right, so I'm going to save here because I need to go get some food and I need to prep for my podcast. So we'll pick up on the stream later on tonight after my podcast. And with that being said, let me go ahead and switch back to the main one. Yeah, so the thing is, for me, like doing 2 a week, I've got more than enough to do 2 a week. And I think right now I kind of need to do it because a lot of them are kind of time sensitive. Like I've interviewed the composer who did almost the entire soundtrack of River City Girls. I've interviewed the creators of River City Girls, and I feel like those are super, super relevant that need to be out ASAP. Before, the game's not relevant anymore. Then I've got the interview with Vic Mignogna, which everybody keeps, I keep being told by so many folks, oh, you shouldn't upload it. Of course I'm gonna. I'm actually just waiting on one thing from Vic, and then it'll be ready. Other than that, yeah, I just have so much stuff to put out, and I feel like with the holiday season coming up, it is definitely imperative. Oh, the only reason I haven't uploaded the composer and the creators of River City Girls in the 2 separate interviews is I haven't because I haven't rendered them yet. So that's literally today is just rendering like crazy. I gotta render those 2. I gotta render Mindy Sterling thing. The one with Vic Mignogna. The only thing I'm waiting for with Vic is going to plug. He's gonna do me like a shout out, like, "Hey, this is Vic Mignogna, and you're listening to Hawaii's #1 podcast." Like he's gonna do that. I was gonna put that at the beginning of that video. But other than that, it's all set and ready. Then I've got the interview with the son of the creator of Dungeons and Dragons, and the interview with the main character of Shenmue. There's just so much. There's so much content I have, and I don't want to dump too much at one time, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to get a lot of this out. Like the Shenmue one, I'm gonna drop that around the time the Shenmue 3 is about to drop. And I got another interview. Oh God, I need someone to help me with scheduling what needs to go up and when. I need help getting the word out more. So anyways, that being said, I catch a lot of you guys offline. Thank you guys for coming through and checking the stream out. HLO, thank you. I will catch you, most of you guys, in the Discord. Fabian, I'm gonna catch you on the Messenger. And with that being said, people, if you haven't already, give the video a like. There's 6 of you watching right now. Let me get 6 likes. And if anyone wants to support the channel, you can join the Patreon or you can become a channel member. Either way, I appreciate it. And I most of all appreciate you guys coming and watching the stream. With that being said, we'll be back with another one in a few hours. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.